Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there is no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Good evening everyone, good evening, good evening. If there is any issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know guys. Good evening, everyone. Clear? Okay, that's great. So all fine. Okay, so there's no issues as well. That's great. Okay, so up till yesterday we have reached up till tuples in Python. So today in the first 15 minutes we'll try to cover up dictionaries as well. That was the one of the data structures that is still remaining for us. Once dictionary is completed, then we'll be starting off with a basic understanding of what AI is, what machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, what is neural networks, deep learning, all these different terminologies that you are able to hear, data mining. We will try to understand what's the meaning behind all these terminologies, how are they interconnected to each other, and what would be the best pathway to go further. Okay, so all these questions we'll try to answer it today. Like I said, the next 3 days will be there will be a lot of theoretical concepts that we will be covering upon. Once all the theory, because you need to understand that AI in the general sense is 90% theory and 10% practical coding itself. Without the theory, you won't be able to code, and if you're directly coding, then you don't know what you're currently doing. So we'll try our best to understand the stuff in the most easiest manner possible, and then we'll be directly moving on to our project. Okay, so we'll be learning how to code while learning to build the project as well. So that is how we'll be working with it. You guys don't have to worry. If there is any new concept, we'll try to understand it, analyze it, and move further with that. Once you have understood the basics of programming in Python, it would be easier for you to learn and implement the concepts along the way. Okay, so it will be a great session. You guys will be able to enjoy it as well. That is my aim, so that we are able to enjoy. And yeah, so again, just to recap, we have previously studied a lot about Python. The only thing that is remaining right now is dictionaries. We'll try to complete that in the first 15 minutes and then move on with the theoretical concepts. Okay. We'll be waiting for 2 more minutes so that everyone is able to join us. Up till that particular point of time, if you guys have any questions, please do let me know. If you guys have any questions, any queries, anything that you want to ask, please do let me know, guys. And pardon me if my voice does not sound right, because speaking every day, it makes my voice sound different every single day. I don't know why, but yeah. So let me know if you have any questions, any queries, anything that you want to discuss, any suggestions as well. Please let me know. Like any suggestions about conducting the boot camp or anything else that you guys want. Okay, or maybe let's say any other topics that you want to see in the future. Let me know about that. It helps me to get an understanding of feedback on these boot camps, so that we are able to reiterate over these boot camps and bring you something that's even better than the last time. So at the end of the day, we want to keep in mind two things. First is what is beneficial for you, because you are just freshers, you don't have enough knowledge about the stuff. So we want to make sure that whatever we are able to bring to you in these boot camps, it's something that you can actually utilize in your placements. And the second thing is to take feedback from you and how to take those feedback in and bring you something that you are also interested in. Okay. So how much statistics is important in data science? A lot. I will be covering over that as well today. You don't have to worry about it. Or maybe tomorrow. I'm not very sure whether I will be covering it today or tomorrow. But in 1 or 2 days, I will be going through what is needed to be like to learn data science itself. Okay. Will there be any test project submission after the bootcamp? No, it will be direct a project submission itself. Whatever project that will be building over the last 2 days in this bootcamp, that will be done live right over here. I will be live coding the entire project. Then I will be asking you to submit the exact same project as well. I'll be letting you guys know how to submit the project and everything. Okay, so web development bootcamp. So Anubhav, we actually have web development bootcamp. You can register for that as well. The next bootcamp that we are currently having, if you go to our website, devtown.in, in that you go to events, you are able to see that we have a next bootcamp on backend web development, where we'll be learning JavaScript. First of all, like I said, we start off from the basics, JavaScript, then MongoDB, and then Node.js, and then server authentication, basically a login and sign in page that would be working using your Node.js and MongoDB. So that is the next bootcamp that we are having. That is scheduled from the 16th of June. Okay, so if you guys want, you can definitely register yourself for this particular bootcamp as well. Okay, I will send you the link to register. I can understand most of you don't have the link. So if you want to register for the next bootcamp, do so. It would be great to see you guys right over there as well. On which day we'll be starting the project? So I think so, if I'm starting with the theory today, it will take me 2 to 3 days to complete the theory. So I think so, this is the fourth day. So fourth, fifth, and sixth day we'll be covering the theory. From the sixth day, the second half of the sixth day, we'll be starting off with the project as well. Okay, that's great, Abhinav. It will be great to see you right over there. Okay, so can we start off with today's bootcamp, guys? Please do let me know. Can we start off with today's bootcamp, guys? Please do let me know. I'm sure some enthusiasm, like there are 82 people right over here. Feel free to interact with me. Okay. Okay, great. Awesome. So let's get started right away. I know my voice is not good, but like try to just like if it's possible. Um, okay. So yesterday we had completed tuples. If I so let me just open up the live chat as well. Okay, so I've opened up the live chat. I'm able to see you guys. I need some water. I don't have some water right now, so no issues in that. Okay, so dictionaries and identity operators. This is what we'll be learning first in the first half, and then we'll be starting off with all the other concepts. Okay, great. So a dictionary is a mutable data type that stores mappings of unique key to values. Okay, what is a dictionary according to you? If I'm not talking about Python, please remove the word Python from your minds. If I'm talking about a dictionary, if I tell you the word dictionary, what you will think about? Can someone let me know in the live chat? I'm not talking about any kind of Python. I don't know any type of programming language. I'm a normal human being. I've never heard about Python or any programming language. So, what would you understand by the word dictionaries? Can someone let me know? Okay, Prachu, you're wrong. Isha, you're wrong. Tejas, you're wrong. See, all these things that you're telling me, it's from the perspective of a programmer. I'm talking about a new person. If you ask your father what a dictionary is, what will he tell you? Okay, if I'm telling you that get me a dictionary, what will you bring me? If I'm telling my brother who is currently preparing for NEET, get me a dictionary, what will he bring me? Exactly. Magan Pandey Reddy has told it approximately correctly. A book. Which book? The Oxford Dictionary. That is what he will be bringing me in. Okay. So let's try to understand what the Oxford Dictionary means. Okay. When you're opening up a dictionary, okay, an Oxford Dictionary, I'm not talking about Python, I'm just a normal human being. What does a dictionary contain? First of all, when you look to its side, okay, let me just open up the paint. Okay. When you open up a particular dictionary, from the side it has some kind of these step like structures that it has, and each of these structures denote to a particular maybe C. Let's say this belongs to C, this particular belongs to O. So if you are just opening this particular box, okay, if you are going to those pages, all the words that will be there would be starting from C. You're going to this particular page, all the words that are there, we're starting with O, and so on and so forth. Okay. Inside of that as well, you have a lot of words. So inside of O, you would be having maybe let's say, let's start with so O has like some area of words right over here. Then you are having like C has some array of words right over here, and so on and so forth. So what is this? Okay, each of the dictionary basically has some words, some letters. Okay, it has some letters A, B, C, D, and it has some words associated with those letters. It has some words associated with those letters, and you can get these words by going to this particular key itself. Okay, this particular key. So this is your key, this is your value. If you want to get to this particular value, you have to go via this particular key. Similarly, when you are learning about lists as well, let's take up the example of list. In a list, the key was your indices 0, 1, 2, 3. That was your key, and each of these indices basically contained your maybe a string, and so on and so forth. So your strings were your values. So a dictionary is nothing else but a collection of key value pairs. A dictionary, this Oxford dictionary, is a collection of keys, that is your letters, and the values, that is the words. Okay, similar to in Python as well, you have another data type. Okay, a mutable data type that stores the mapping of unique keys to values. Okay, it stores the mappings of unique keys to values. Okay, so let's say we want to create a dictionary in Python. Let's take up an example. The best way to learn, let's start off with an example. So this is an example of a dictionary that I've created in Python. How does this dictionary function? Okay, let's try to understand that. So you're having this dictionary that you want to start to make a dictionary, you need to use curly braces. Inside the curly braces, you are having elements. Each of these elements is a key and a value pair. So you are having the key, that is your hydrogen, as an string. Okay, then you are having a colon, and after that you are having the value, that is 1. So each of these elements, okay, is a key value pair. Okay, each element inside a dictionary, let's look at an example right over here. Each value inside a dictionary would be a key, then a colon, and then a value. Okay, and in the similar way, you are having your curly braces, and each of these is called as an element. You have another element, key 2, a colon, value 2, and so on and so forth. Okay, that is how you create a particular dictionary. When you run this particular line of code, this is how you declare a dictionary itself. Dictionaries can have keys of any immutable type. So when you are having a particular dictionary, okay, the keys are immutable in nature. Okay, so what can be a particular key? Numbers are immutable, tuples are immutable. What are strings? We have used strings right over here, so of course you are able to understand that strings are also immutable data type. So the keys themselves, okay, the keys themselves are immutable in nature. You can only use immutable data objects, immutable objects in Python as keys. You cannot use a list as a key. You cannot use a mutable data type as a key. Only immutable data types are allowed as a key. Okay. So those immutable data types, like I said, can be integers, can be tuples, or so on and so forth. It is not even necessary for the key to have the same type. Okay, so you can have the first key as a string, the second key as a int, the third key as a, let's say, a tuple, the fourth key as a float. So you can have keys of different data type inside a single dictionary. Okay, first you can have the keys as immutable only. Second, you can have the keys as any data type in a single, dictionary. Okay. We can look up these values or insert new values in the dictionary using square brackets that enclose the key. So for example, if I want to get the value stored at the key helium, okay, so print elements. So just like you were using your indexes, in lists, you will be using your key value, the value that is the item stored as your key, as your indices right over here, to get the value associated with that key. You're having key value pairs. If you want to get the value, you need to use the key. Okay, so right over here, elements helium will get you the key, the value that is stored at helium itself. Okay, right over here, the value stored inside helium is 2. The value stored inside helium is 2. So when you are writing elements helium, you're getting 2 as your output. Now, when you are creating this particular elements, you are able to see that there is no lithium right over here. There is no lithium. Okay. If I want to like add another key value pair inside the dictionary, I want to add another key value pair inside the dictionary. The only thing that I have to do is I just want to write elements. Then I need to specify, okay, that I'm creating a new key named as lithium, and then the value associated with that key is 3. If I'm print let's say elements, okay, so you are able to see that we are able to get lithium also added as a key value pair inside of our elements dictionary. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So if you guys are able to understand, please let me know. Okay, great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So let's move on to the next particular thing. We can check whether a value is in a dictionary or not. So if I want to check, okay, for example, right now I'm able to retrieve a value from its key. Okay, but what if I don't like know the key itself? I just want to check whether that value is present in the dictionary or not. Okay, so value in a dictionary, the same way we check whether a value is in a list or a set with. So we haven't learned about set, of course, because that wasn't important for our project. Okay, but in our like training program we have like sets also added to right over here. Okay, so dictionaries have a related method that is also useful called as get. Okay, get is a method built just for our dictionaries that looks up a value in a dictionary, but unlike square brackets, it returns none if the key isn't found. Okay, so for example, right over here, is carbon present in elements? Okay, we want to check if carbon as an element is present inside, as a key is present inside elements. Okay, so you can use a particular like what do you say, I'm not very sure about it. The membership operator. Okay, in is a membership operator that you use, and then you can also do the same exact same thing using a get operator as well. Elements dot get delete delirium. Okay, so if I'm running these particular lines of code, you are able to see that elements dot get delirium gives us none if it's not present. But if you are using carbon in elements, okay, or delirium in elements, instead of getting none as a value, you will get true or false. Okay, so none is not something that you want at the end of the day from your like in some cases you might want, but at the end of the day, if you just want to deal with true and false values, it's always considered better to use like this particular stuff. Okay, better. Okay, because you are getting the value only as true and false. You're not getting true, false, or none. Okay, it's not present. It's either true or either false. So it's always better to get something like this. Okay, if you are using something like elements or get carbon, okay, in that particular case you are getting the value of carbon right over there. So if you want the this particular thing, okay, so if you want the value of carbon, if it's present, then you can use an if statement. Okay, that if this is true, then get the value, otherwise print carbon is not present. Okay, but that can also be done with the get element as well, get form method as well. We'll look at it when we're moving down. Okay, so carbon is a dictionary, so true is printed. Delirium isn't in our dictionary, so none is returned back. Okay, if you accept lookups to fail sometimes, it might be better to use a normal tool like square brackets, because lookups because errors can be causing your programs to crash. So for example, if you are using like elements and then you are doing like something like let's say delirium. Okay, let's check up oxygen. Is oxygen present right over here? The oxygen is not present. So if you are checking something like print oxygen when oxygen is not present in your dictionary itself, you are easily able to see that we are getting some kind of error. Okay, that key error, oxygen is not present. So it's always better to use something like a lookup instead of using your square brackets if you're not sure whether that particular key actually exists or not. Otherwise you might end up with errors in your code. So it's always better, like it's like get element is better than using square brackets, and the best one is using a proper like membership operator. Okay, so always please try to remember this. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. So some of you, almost 20 of you have joined late. Guys, please try to be on time. You're missing out on a lot of different things. You won't be able to understand when we'll be doing the project at that point of time. I won't be hearing this that, sir, I'm not able to understand dictionaries, because I've already taught you right over here. Okay, whatever topics that we are loading, we are going to use it in our projects, and then we are going to build upon that. Okay, so the basic knowledge that I'm imparting right over here, I will take it for granted that you know that particular stuff, and then we'll be going a little bit advanced, and then I will be teaching you some more concepts while making the project. So I will expect you guys to know this. So please try to be on time. Don't be late. Okay, great. Uh, let's move on from right over here. So keywords operators again is not okay. So let's try to, so when you want to check something like none, okay, because if this particular element is not present inside of elements, you cannot do something like is equals to none. Okay, don't do like this might give you an error. Okay, so never do this. Always, if you want to check whether it is none or not, use n is none. Okay, so n is equals to elements dot get delirium. We know that delirium is not present inside our like dictionary itself, so this will be n, the value of n will be none. Okay, so instead of using is equals to, always use is. Okay, if you want to check if it is none, then choose is. If it is not none, then choose is not. Okay, that are the useful tasks that you should be knowing. Okay, of course we are not going to use this in our project, this particular part, but I thought that this is important for you to know, just for your information. Okay, so true and false is the value that you are able to get from right over here. Okay, so let's try to understand the get with a default value as well. So for example, if it's none, then what should be returned back to you instead of like getting none? If you don't want none to be your answer, what should you be getting back? Okay, so dictionaries have a related method that is also useful, that is get, that we have already seen. Okay, get looks up for values in a dictionary, but unlike looking up values with the square brackets, get give us none. So if it's not present, if the key is not present inside the dictionary, instead of getting an error, you get back none from the get format, get method. Okay, if you expect lookups to fail sometime, get might always be better than using normal brackets. We have already looked at it. So for example, right over here, population.get. So let me run this particular line. So I'm creating a new particular like dictionary called as populations, which contain the population of a particular city. Okay, the name of the city and its population millions. Okay, so right over here, I'm able to run like population.get London. So it will get me the population of London itself. Now, as we are able to see, London does not exist. We have New York, Spain, Dhaka, and Mumbai. London does not exist in our dictionary. So we are getting none as our answer. Now, if you're using the square brackets, you know that it will give you an error. Okay, instead of returning none, it will give you an error that key error location does not exist. Okay, so what if I don't want to get none? What if I want to get there's no such place? Okay, that there is no such place as London in your dictionary. Okay, so you are going to write population.get. Okay, you want to search for London, and the default value, if London is not present, if London is not present as a key inside your dictionaries, you should return there's no such place. Instead of returning none, okay, right over here, you got none as your answer. Instead of returning none, it will return this particular sentence. If I'm running this right over here, you're able to see that instead of getting none, you're getting there's no such place. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Guys, are you able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Guys, if you are able to understand this, please let me know. I'm so sorry for my voice if it's not sounding good, but I hope that you guys will be able to adjust according to that. Okay, so great. Next is compound data structures. Okay, now we have learned about some of the data structures. Now these data structures can be used. So what about the escape sequence in that statement? We have already learned about the escape sequence. So like I think so there is nothing to be like dealt with right over here. It's an escape sequence. We have already learned about it in the previous classes. Okay, you guys remember about escape sequence? Am I right? You guys remember about the escape sequences? Please let me know. Guys, do you remember about the escape sequences? Great, amazing, amazing. Let's continue from right over there. Okay, the compound data structures. In the previously, we have seen dictionary called as elements, in which the element names are mapped to their atomic numbers, which are integers. But what if we want to store some more information about each element? Okay, for example, right over here, when we created our elements array, sorry, not array, a dictionary called as elements, we were only able to store their atomic numbers. What if I want to store their atomic numbers, their atomic mass, their like short forms as well? Okay, so what if I want to store a lot of different information about each of these elements? Okay, so for that you are having compound data structures as well. Okay, that is where compound data structures come into place. Okay, so we can do that by adjusting, okay, this dictionary so that it maps the element's name on another dictionary that stores the collection of data. Gunjan, Balyan, I guess you have not attended, like, is this your first class, Gunjan? Because we have already studied about escape sequences. Uh, exactly. Okay, let me just, there is some people who are having some problems. Uh, so Gunjan, if you have attended all the class, then we have already learned about escape sequences. So then I will not be wasting any time. We have adjusted. So basically what I'm trying to do right over here is I'm having the same. So if you remember, let me just put up the previous dictionary down below as well so that you are able to see. So this is the example of the dictionary that we previously had. So let me go down below right over here, create another dictionary, old lm is equals to control V. So as you're able to see, what's the difference between the two? Okay, right over here, you are having the key as hydrogen and the value as just one. Okay, you're having key as hydrogen and the value as just one. Whereas right over here, you are having the key as hydrogen, okay, but the value as you're able to see is another dictionary. Okay, you're having the key as hydrogen. The next key is helium, but the value associated with these keys are individual dictionaries themselves. Okay, these are individual dictionaries themselves. So having just a number, these are compound data structures. You're having one data structure inside the other. Okay, so for example, if I'm like initiating this right over here, okay, so we can get an information about an element using nested dictionaries. Okay, for example, helium. Okay, if you want to get the helium dictionary, you want to get elements is equals to helium. We are creating a variable. This is a variable called as helium. Okay, we're creating a variable called as helium that is storing the value present inside of helium itself. Okay, inside of elements, we are having helium. So the value stored inside a helium itself is a dictionary. Okay, value stored inside of helium is itself a dictionary. So elements helium is a dictionary that refers to this particular dictionary that I have highlighted right over here. So helium as a variable now stores this second dictionary right over here. Okay, are you guys able to understand this particular part? When I'm writing elements helium, that refers to the value stored inside helium right over here. Okay, and that itself is a dictionary. Okay, so elements helium basically refers to this particular dictionary, and now helium as a variable is that dictionary itself. Are you able to understand this? Please let me know. You guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So if I'm running print helium right over here, okay, we are having print helium right over here. You are easily able to see that we are able to print the second dictionary. We are able to print the second dictionary. But what if I want the weight of helium? I want the weight of helium. Okay, so we can just call this particular dictionary. So from helium, I want the weight. Okay, from helium I want the weight, so I just have to write helium because that's also a dictionary. Then I want to select the weight from it. So I'm running this little line of code. You're easily able to see that we are getting the weight from the helium dictionary. We're able to get the weight from the helium dictionary itself. So now instead of writing this as a variable as helium, so what does helium mean? Helium itself is elements comma helium. Let's remove it from right over here and replace helium with that. That's the exact same thing. Print elements. Inside of elements, we want to select the helium dictionary. From the helium dictionary, we want to select the weight. Okay. This is called as a nested dictionary. Okay, right over here. It's called as a nested dictionary. Okay, see, everyone, if you want to understand this, you have to be very peaceful. You have to, like, if you are missing out on a single word that I'm speaking, you won't be able to understand anything. Okay, let's try to take it once again from the top. Okay, right over here we have created a dictionary of dictionaries. Okay, where the key is hydrogen and helium, and the value is another dictionary. Okay, the value is another dictionary. If I want to get the value of helium, what is the value of helium? I just have to write. Let me just remove everything from right over here. If I want to get the value of helium, I just have to write HELIUM, helium. Okay, I've created a variable called as helium. Let's create a variable so that H, okay, so that you guys are not getting confused. So I'm creating a variable called as H, which is equals to elements. Okay, elements is the name of this particular dictionary. Elements, and then I want to select the helium key. Okay, I want to select the helium key. Okay, so if I'm printing this out, so print H, okay, that will print the entire dictionary that helium contains. That is, number is 2, weight is something, and symbol is HE. Now if I want to get the weight, so H is basically this particular dictionary. H is this particular dictionary. Now if I want to get weight, okay, weight of from the H dictionary, what I have to do? I have to write print. I have to select the dictionary called as H. I want to get the weight, so I want to get weight out of H. Okay, weight is our key in this dictionary. We are having weight as our key. So as soon as I'm writing print H weight, we will get the weight from this particular dictionary. Okay, now what is H? What is H? H is elements helium. Okay, H is elements helium. So I can just replace this H right over here with its value, and that is called as a nested dictionary. So from elements, okay, from elements, you are first selecting the helium. Okay, you're first selecting the helium dictionary, and from helium you're then selecting its weight. So if you are running this particular line of code, okay, you are getting the weight itself. You are first selecting helium, then from helium you are selecting the weight, and the value stored inside of weight is 4.002602. You are getting that particular value right over here. If you want to add a new value inside your nested dictionary, okay, so you have to first create the oxygen dictionary. You want to add a new particular element inside the nested dictionary. Right over here, you want to add a new, so you're having hydrogen, you're having helium, I want to have oxygen as well. So first I will have to create a dictionary for oxygen. I will have to create a dictionary for oxygen. So let's create the oxygen dictionary. Oxygen is equals to, I've created number is equals to 8, weight is equals to 15.999, symbol is equals to O. Now I need to introduce this particular dictionary into our, I want to add this dictionary to our uh, elements dictionary itself. Okay, so you are having elements, you want to create the new key for that, that is oxygen, and you want to assign oxygen, that is the dictionary that you have created right over here. When you are printing the elements, you are easily able to see that hydrogen is there, helium is there, and now oxygen is also there. The values, so keys can be of different data types, the values needs to be of the same data type itself, the values need to be mutable itself. Okay, please remember this, guys. Values need to be mutable, values need to be of the same data type. Okay, and this is a small assignment for you. If you are interested, please try to do this. Are you guys able to understand dictionaries? Highlight of dictionaries, please let me know. Are you guys able to understand dictionaries? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. We have tried to make it as simple as possible. Okay, like as easy as possible for you guys to understand these basic concepts in Python. Okay, it's extremely important that you guys are able to understand at least what we have studied up till here, because from here it will be a lot more theory, and then when we'll be starting with the project, we will be building upon these concepts itself. Okay, these concepts are like the building blocks that we are going to use. So it's extremely important that you are able to understand whatever we have learned up till now. Okay, otherwise you will get highly confused while doing the project. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Amazing, guys. So let's move on to, like, today we will just be expanding upon, like I said, understanding some of the terms that is used. Like, I get fed up with a lot many number of times when people interchangeably use like machine learning, AI, deep learning, computer vision with each other. Okay, so we don't want to do that. We always want to understand these terminologies. Okay, so let's try to understand that. So what do you think does AI mean? Okay, do not do Google search or anything like that. If I'm talking about AI or artificial intelligence, what do you understand by that? Can someone let me know? So from here the theory is going to start. Okay, so let's try to understand it absolutely clearly. Okay, so if I'm talking about AI or artificial intelligence, what are you able to understand? What is your thinking what AI is? Okay, so intelligent system, work like human, who can think, mimics human. Artificial intelligence is a subset of machine learning. Okay, so Amit Pandey. We will be focusing upon this particular aspect very much. Okay, fast decision making, algorithms that make system intelligent, robotic. Okay, so robots, intelligence made through artificial means. Okay, learning human intelligence works based on experience like humans. Okay, okay. So what if I tell you that all these things, including, like, this is the, like, at most important thing, all these things are wrong? What if I tell you guys that all these things are like very wrong? Perspective about AI that has been spread through just movies. You need to understand first of all that whatever movies that you have seen up till now, none of a scientist or a computer engineer or something like that has made that. Okay, it is a purely a work of friction. The involvement of AI right over there is thoroughly bullshit. Okay, if you ask me, AI is nothing else but algorithms. Nothing else but algorithms. That's it. It's maths, stats, game theory, maybe a bit of neural network, neurons, like, sorry, neurology. It comes in biology, so neurology. It includes a bit of like economics as well to some extent. So game theory is a part of economics. Okay, a lot many branches that come together to form AI. So in the initial days, yes, AI started out as like to make something that is as close as possible to a human intelligence, what human beings possess, to be able to mimic that. Yes, in the initial days of like the start of AI, people considered, even scientists, even computer engineers considered that to be the end goal of AI. But right now, that is not a case. Okay, artificial intelligence is just a branch of science and computer. Okay, it's just the same as physics, it's just the same as mathematics, it's just a branch of science and nothing else. Okay, that you need to understand. So for example, let's try to understand this in such a way. Again, another important thing about AI, so let me just cover it up. Okay, slowly and slowly I will be answering your question as well. Tech. Okay, do not worry about that. Okay, so let's try to understand this. Just like you are having physics, okay, then you are having various subset of physics as well. Let's think about, let's say you are having like mechanics, you are having optics, you are having electronics, you are having digital, and so on and so forth. You are having subsets of physics as well. Similarly, AI is a branch of computer science that deals with algorithms that you use at the end of the day to make systems or algorithms intelligent enough to be able to perform work without the interference of a human being. That is what AI, like the definition of AI is approximately. Okay, AI has also various branches under it, various branches of studies under it. You're having data science, you're having data mining, you are having machine learning. Machine learning has another branches inside of it. You are having deep learning, you are having so for example, you are having neural learning, you are having computer vision, you are having NLP. Now all these branches that exist under AI, these cannot exist individually. There is some overlapping between these branches as well. Each of these branches overlap with each other. Some of the concepts of computer vision will include some of the concepts of data science, data mining, deep learning, neural network. Everything is highly interconnected to each other. It's not that you are learning mechanics, so there will be no electronics inside of mechanics. There will be no digital or analog systems inside of mechanics. It is just not possible. Yes, they exist fundamentally different, but they have a lot of intermapping between them. If you want to learn data science, you have to learn everything right over here. You want to learn data mining, you have to learn everything that is right over here. Any of these fields cannot exist separately. You can never learn data mining or data science as an individual subject. So asking this question, which field has the most money, is absolute bullshit. It's the same as asking that, okay, so what if I don't eat, I don't drink, I just breathe? Will I be able to survive? Of course not. You cannot survive, because even if you're breathing in, so what is breathing? You are taking in some molecules of oxygen, it's going somewhere, and the food that you have, like, you have already consumed, the water that you have already consumed is getting broken down by that oxygen somewhere. So everything is interdependent upon each other. You have to have your food, you have to drink water. Yes, at the end you can call yourself a data scientist, you can call yourself as a data mining expert, you can call yourself as a machine learning engineer, a computer vision engineer, NLP expert. So all these branches exist for different roles, but you need to have a total understanding about everything when you're working. Okay, so now that we have understood a bit about AI, again, like I said, AI is nothing else but algorithms. For example, some of you who have started off with learning algorithms and data science, data structures as well. So for example, breadth first search, okay, or depth first search, BFS, DFS, all these different things are also a small part of AI. Okay, all are like a small part of AI itself. Okay, let's try to understand this. So I will be letting you guys know, I'm trying to make you guys understand what these topics are. So let's start with the most, like on the top of it, it's like machine learning, what you have learned about ML or machine learning. So what is machine learning at the end of the day? When you help a machine learn, that is machine learning, as we are able to understand from the name itself. But how does it work? Think about a system, think about a computer as a small newborn baby. Okay, that baby has no experience. Okay, it will go out in the world, it will get some experience, it will touch a fire, it will burn his hand, it will hurt him at the or her. Okay, I'm not gender classifying the baby or them, like whatever you guys feel. So it will burn itself. Okay, so then it will get an experience that whenever I touch something that looks like orange, red and yellow, I shouldn't touch it, I will get hurt. So it gains from that experience and it learns a particular thing in its mind. Okay, so slowly and slowly, maybe the next time it touches a thing that looks like red, yellow, and orange, that is his mother's sari, but he does not burn himself. So he understands one thing, that okay, something that looks like, not everything, if it is red, orange, or yellow, will burn me. Only something that looks like a particular flame will be able to burn me. The same goes on with machines as well. When you're having a machine, you fit in a data to it. Okay, you're having a machine, you're having some code, you fit some data to it. Okay, so you tell that particular machine that okay, this is some data. Okay, this data might be maybe ham and spam classification of emails, that whether a email is a spam email or whether it is a normal email itself. Okay, let's take that example up. So you are having some emails. Okay, you are having 500 emails that you know are spam in nature. So you have won like $50 million, or a Saudi prince right now will give you 5 crores if you send him 5,000 rupees or something like that. So you know that these are spam emails. Okay. And then the second one is ham emails. So what is ham? Ham emails is basically not spam emails. These are genuine emails that you are having. So you're having 500 ham emails. You feed it to a particular computer. You tell the computer that these 500 are spam, these 500 are ham. Okay, learn from it and read through it, learn from it, understand it. Once that machine has understood it, then you will take another email. This is a new email. Okay, this is a new email. You don't know if this is a spam email or a ham email. That is a normal email. You will give this particular email to the particular computer, and then it will tell you that it is a spam or a ham email. So that is how machine learning basically functions. Okay, you give him or her some data, it learns from that particular data. Once it has learned everything, now it's time to test it out. Then you test that particular thing, that okay, I will test you. Were you able to learn something or not? So that is machine learning, to help machines learn. The next particular topic is deep learning. Okay, so deep learning will handle it tomorrow, not right now, because that is the main branch of AI and machine learning that we are going to focus upon. Okay, so that we'll do it tomorrow. Next is your computer vision, okay, or CV. Now, computer vision is the ability that you give to computers to be able to perceive the world around them. Now, by perceiving, I don't mean that to see the world like you do. Now you are able to see a digital image of the world around you. It does not mean that the computer is also able to see the exact same thing. I'm not telling you that you need to provide the computer with just cameras. You can provide the computers with LiDAR sensors. You can provide the computers with like IR sensors. You can provide the computers with like maybe digital cameras as well. Other tools, other sensors, so that it is able to perceive. By perceive, I'm able to get an idea about the surroundings, about an image, about a video. So for example, Tesla or Google cars, all these use different kinds of sensors to perceive and understand the environment around them. Now, that is what computer vision is. Once you're able to perceive an image, Then you use some deep learning or machine learning algorithm to be able to make some inference about it, okay, to be able to get some knowledge from it itself. Now to be able to perceive, so you are, as a newborn, maybe I'm able to see the environment, okay, I'm able to see everything with my eyes, but I'm not getting any information, I'm not getting any knowledge from it. Now if my mother comes into the place and she tells me that, okay, this is a bottle of Szechuan sauce, so she's providing me with knowledge, okay, she's able to provide me with knowledge that I'm able to see it, but I don't know what the fuck is this. So now my mother is able to provide me with some knowledge that, okay, this is a Szechuan sauce. Now this process is called as data mining. Okay, data is present everywhere. You are having data, you're generating. So when you are using a mobile phone, so you are having Bluetooth, you are having internet, you are having your browser, you are having your location, what you're searching, who you are calling, what you're chatting, who you're talking to, who are you sending your snaps to, what are images you are able to upload on Insta. So there's a lot of digital footprint or data that you're generating every single second. Now this data is being generated and sent to different companies, maybe Google, maybe Instagram, maybe Apple as well, maybe other companies. Now to be able to get those data is a normal thing. You are able to get this data, but to be able to convert this data into knowledge, okay, into knowledge, into something that can actually be used. What I mean by knowledge, okay, so for example, this particular person uses Instagram around this time, he likes these kind of videos and these kinds of advertisements itself, so I need these kind of posts itself, so I need to show him just advertisements related to maybe training programs, maybe computer science, maybe beauty products. So that is basically acting upon this particular knowledge. So that process of gaining this knowledge itself from data is called as data mining. Because what is mining? You are able to get a raw ore, okay, you are able to get a raw ore from a mining source, you are mining gold out of it, you are mining knowledge or gold that you are able to sell, that you are able to use. So that's it. This process is called as data mining, guys, okay. You are able to get data, you are able to convert that data into actionable knowledge. That process is called as data mining. Computer vision, like I said, is to be able to give the computers like a tool, algorithm by which it is able to perceive the surrounding around it, okay. We'll be discussing about data science as well. Right now I'm taking it step by step. Algorithms are not but mathematical formulas. See, it's not always true that they are always mathematical formula, but yes, some of the algorithms are basically just like common sense. Okay, there are some algorithms that work as common sense as well, but yeah, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that go around. Okay, the next particular thing that you need to understand is NLP. Okay, or natural language processing. Now, computer vision, where is it used? Okay, that is also very important. So, it is used in your Google Lens, in Tesla, Google cars, all these kind of stuff. You are using computer vision in order to like read, like convert text from, sorry, to identify objects. Okay, so one of the things that we are going to work upon would be in computer vision field itself, where we'll be sending an image itself and trying to identify that that particular image is of a car or an object or something like that. We will try to deploy it as well if time permits us, but our main goal would be to be able to make the entire model and use it, okay. Now NLP, or natural language processing, is the ability to for a computer to be able to understand what humans speak, okay. For an ability for a computer to be able to understand your normal English, Hindi, Urdu, or any other language, okay. So for example, your Siri, Google, you are having Alexa. So all these different like AI enabled bots are able to understand your language using NLP, or natural language processing. Again, it involves algorithms, it involves deep learning, it involves machine learning, it involves various different things inside of it to be able to give it the advantage of understanding natural language, okay. Sometimes, for example, if you have used Google Lens, so how many of you have used Google Lens? Please let me know. How many of you have used Google Lens? Can someone let me know? How many of you have used Google Lens? Please let me know. Okay, so one of the features in Google Lens is if you are using a particular, like if you are having something, a written text somewhere, you can just like use your Google Lens. It will scan that text, then you can copy it. It can convert that particular language from like whatever that language is to some other language as well. So, for example, if I've written something in Chinese right over here, I don't know how to write Chinese. This is just an example. If I've written something in Chinese, then it will just scan that particular thing, and then it will replace it by its translation in English. So what it is doing is it is using computer vision to scan the text. Okay, once you have scanned the text, it sends it to a neural natural language processing unit, which is able to convert its language. From computer vision, it is able to scan that text. Okay, then it is able to convert using NLP to English. Then using computer vision, it is able to replace that particular like sentence that is in Chinese to English itself. So it uses a combination of NLP as well as computer vision to work. And like I said, both computer vision and NLP does not only have, so it is a combination of machine learning, deep learning algorithms. So it is never a single algorithm that you will be using. There will be a lot many things that you will be using at any point of time. Okay, so that is why it's everything is so interconnected to each other. Now comes the point of understanding about data science. Okay, you need to understand what data science means. Like I said, data is being generated at every single point. Data is being generated. So nowadays, you will not see a machine learning expert or a NLP expert or a like computer vision expert individually. These are people who are having like 6+ years of experience. Okay, I was a machine learning engineer with 3+ years of experience. Okay, after that, like 3+ years of being a data scientist and a data analyst, then I got converted into MLE. Okay, so you will not never see a fresher as an MLE or an NLP expert or a computer vision expert. You start off with a data analyst, then you move on to a data scientist. So that is the process. Sometimes you directly start off a data scientist as well if you have a good profile. Okay, so what happens is data science is basically you're having data. Data is in text, data as in image, data as in video, data as in like audio, data as in with sensor data. There's a lot of data that is being generated at any point of time, and this entire data is raw data. You need to understand that data, use different type of algorithms, whether it be natural language processing, computer vision, like I said, machine learning, deep learning, maybe neural networks, CNNs, ANNs, RNNs, Boltzmann machines. So there are so many algorithms that are currently there. We'll be using all these algorithms, all these libraries that are currently there to understand this data and to get knowledge from this data, and then to use that knowledge to be able to actually do something at the end of the day. So that entire process, from the starting from collecting the data to cleaning, so all this data is not something that is cleaned for you to use. You have to clean this data, you have to put it up in a proper channel. So all these different things have various different consequences as well. So basically you start off with something like a text format. Okay, let's start off with a text format. So maybe there are a lot many number of empty spaces. You're getting some data. Let's say you are getting data from a website, you're getting data from a database, you're getting data from maybe some people who are filling up a form. Okay, so you're getting data from various sources. You need to take all these data, you need to put that data in a unified source. All these data have different particular like formats. Maybe your web data is coming as a JSON data, your data coming from the database is coming as a normal SQL data itself, your data from the form is coming out as a CSV data, or so on and so forth. You don't know all that data. You have to take in, you have to convert into a single format, put it up and store it inside a database. Now this work is called as a data engineer. Okay, this work is called as a data engineering work. Then you are going to that database, you are cleaning that data up, pre-processing the data, using that data into a correct format that can be fed to an algorithm. okay, on which you are able to provide analysis. You will be using statistics, you'll be using SQL, you will be using maybe you will be creating graphs to understand that data, you will be like creating algorithms to understand that data. Then you will be using machine learning, deep learning algorithms to find results from that data, maybe make some predictions, make some understanding about the past trends of the data, whether you should invest in this company or not, whether the amount that you're investing in a particular advertisement, is it good enough or not. Okay, so all these different things are something that you need to understand from the data itself. That is called as data exploration or data mining as well. Okay, and then you are basically like whatever reports that you want to make, or maybe an application that you want to make. So this entire process is what constitutes and makes up data science. In the initial phases you have to work on everything because you are not an expert. Slowly and steadily you will gain. Whenever you're joining a company, maybe they are assigning you image data and video data. Slowly and steadily you will gain like experience in those kind of data itself. Okay, 3 years, 4 years of working in a professional setup itself, and then you can like you get converted into like a computer vision expert, or if you are working with like text data, then you can get converted into an NLP expert. But you have to start off as a data analyst or a data scientist or a software engineer as well. Software engineer is there, software analyst is there, analyst is there. So the positions have different names, but as a fresher, these are only the positions that would be available to you. Until unless you're joining a startup, of course, but like right now as well, startups are not hiring a lot. So are you guys able to understand these concepts? Please let me know. From tomorrow, we will be going a bit deep into machine learning, understanding what machine learning means, what are the different kinds of machine learning, what does deep learning mean, okay, what is CNN. So all these concepts we'll try to understand tomorrow, and then we'll go into YOLO as an algorithm. So the algorithm that we are going to learn is YOLO, YOLO, you'd look only once. This is a subset of CNN, which is a subset of deep learning, which is a subset of machine learning, which is a subset of AI. Okay, so there's a lot of many subsets. So we will be focusing upon the YOLO algorithm. Okay, amazing, guys, amazing. One more thing, guys, I have been told by my team to tell you guys this. So we have a particular so like I said, we are a non-profit organization, and we have a particular like internship that we organize called as the campus ambassador internship. Okay, so as a campus ambassador, you basically like you are helping us reach out to your college, and you will be working as a representative of DevTown. Okay, within your own college. A college can have as many number of campus ambassadors as possible. You guys will be getting some incentive pay as well. Okay, we'll be giving you some small menial tasks, maybe like help us take up a session, a webinar just for your own college, okay, on a particular topic. I or one of the mentors will be able to come on a Zoom meet and take up a session for your own college. You can help us organize that. We have some referral programs as well where you will be able to earn a lot if you want to join that. So if you guys are interested in our campus ambassador program, I would like to work with you a lot. Okay, and like I said, we are a non-profit organization, so it's exceptionally important that guys like you are able to like join us and help us expand our community over different colleges. So yeah, if you are from anywhere around the world, we have people from our community campus ambassador program from Pakistan, we have people from Nigeria, Spain, we have people from US, we have people from UK. So we have people from all over the world. We have people from India as well, of course, so that's totally understandable. But it will be great if you guys are willing to join us in helping the community grow. Like I said, that's the only thing, and this is a proper internship. So yes, when you're joining this, you will be able to get a letter of recommendation and internship completion letter as a campus ambassador as well. So yeah, that will be great. Tomorrow we'll also be looking at some of the like what will be the entire roadmap if you want to like go into a particular company. Let's take an example like how I got into different companies as a data scientist. or a data analyst or a software engineer. So what are the different things that you have to do as well? We'll try to work on that as well. Okay, so for those people who are interested to join us as a campus ambassador, I'm sending you guys the link on the live chat. Let me just send it. It's on our website somewhere. So you can apply from right over here, as you're able to see. I'm sending you guys the link to join in the live chat. You can definitely join us from right over here as a campus ambassador, as well as I will be sharing this link on all the WhatsApp groups as well. So you can join us from right over there. Just fill up the form. It will be great so that we are able to work with you. I will be extremely thrilled to get that opportunity. And yeah, so that would be it. Let me show you the attendance form for today. Okay, so let's make a copy from right over here. Today is day 4, if I'm not wrong. So how many of you are actually interested in the Campus Ambassador program? Can you let me know? Like, I'll get some idea because you guys don't talk to me a lot. Okay, so Campus Ambassador program is an internship free of cost. You're just helping us reach out. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay anything, okay? It's just that you will be representing us in your college. That's it. Okay. You are just like, think about it as you are the face of DevTown in your college. That's it. Okay, nothing else. Okay. So we are having the attendance link right over here. Let me just remove all these things. Send link. So this is the attendance link right now, as you are able to see. Okay, and take a screenshot from right over here if you want to see the attendance link. I will be generating the QR for the same. Anyone can join. It does not matter if you are a pass out, if you are in your first year. We don't discriminate between them. It's always great to have many people in our community. It's always like we also like to like know them and get to know them a lot better as well. Okay, so this is the QR code for the attendance. So please fill it up on time. Okay. Okay, so campus ambassadors have some like additional. So, for example, you have some referral work that we'll be giving to you, and that will be incentive based. Okay, so we have some like you will be able to earn. Some of our campus ambassadors have earned up to 25,000 to 50,000 rupees a month as well. So it's basically incentive based work that we are able to give to the campus ambassadors. So that is totally up to the campus ambassadors how much they want to earn, how much work that they are doing. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so that would be it, guys. Let's meet tomorrow and let's work according to the same itself. Okay, so please be on time, guys, tomorrow. Today as well, many of you joined almost after 20-25 minutes. Please be on time. You will be missing out on a lot, many number of concepts. Okay, thank you so much. We'll definitely meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock and we'll continue with the same. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.